I
He was a bit.
I did not care for him being that big. He's
also got some power surging through him though that he.
Yeah,
He's got
the
kind of a cane.
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal.
What is it? What is the word?
It was the cosmic control rod.
That's it.
Control rod.
I remember thinking,
I didn't know. I'm not
as clever as Peter Parker. I just called it the cosmic. Fuck, cosmic control rod. Fine, leave me. Get me out of my office.
So Stan, what did you think of Fantastic Four number 6 as the inventor of the Fantastic Four? What do you think of the Fantastic Four number 600?
I didn't fucking read it.
Hi, and welcome to Probably Comics. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Tyler.
Hey, I'm Link.
And this is our weekly segment called What's in the Box?
What's in the bear?
That's pretty.
where we talk about what comics we read this week.
Man.
So basically, we took all of our comics and we just put them in one big pile, and we're going to go through them one by one.
Well, we took all of Tyler's comics, and then one comic I bought. Waka waka.
Oh, Secret Avengers 19. Secret Avengers 19.
Rock and roll.
Who read it?
I read it.
Not I.
You didn't read it?
Nope. Nice.
I didn't care for it.
I liked it.
Okay.
Let's talk about why. I mean, do we talk about why?
Yeah, let's talk. Well, we can talk for a second about why. I don't know. I just don't have any idea what's going on. Granted, I jumped on at 18, which I was told was a place to jump on. Which I guess was incorrect, even though all
over.
Is that
what Stan told you?
Well, that's what Stan told me, but that's also what the internet says.
Really?
Because I thought that's what Stan said in the store the other day.
The place to jump on is going to be when Remember starts, right?
Yeah, they don't have any secret. But they have a 12 point. Well, you can jump on 12.1. Yeah. But I mean, then you got to go back and read all the Fear Itself bullshit. I don't want to do that. But anyway, I mean, like 18, I was cool with. I liked the art on 18. It was a different artist than it had been before, and it was really good. 19 is just kind of like is just Moon Knight, and then Captain America shows up.
Moon Knight is awesome.
And Moon Knight is awesome.
He is so smooth and fucking cool.
But and then it's like the story is just wacky and
yeah, it's a little weird.
It's
basically
like
these guys are getting super soldiered out because they're smoking god bones.
Yeah, they're smoking the bones of gods, and they're getting they had their souls are in the bones. Yeah. And they smoke the bone, and then it's
yeah.
It's
but
stupid.
At the end I'm gonna agree with you. The end is a bit ridiculous, but up to that point, the whole like everybody being I liked that it was sort of a smash and grab job. Because they didn't have War Machine, it didn't have Ant-Man, it didn't have Beast, it didn't have
the people that I wanted to see in the Secret Avengers.
I'm saying it didn't have any supers.
It had
I liked that
sexy
it was
ladies, Steve Rogers and Moon Knight.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Moon Knight.
Whatever. Okay, yeah. It was all right.
I pulled Moon Knight when it first came out for and I couldn't.
I really want to go back and read that.
Guys, smoking bones still sounds like a euphemism to oral sex.
Blowing people. I agree, but that's what they were doing. He had a pipe full of bone, and then his eyes went green.
He was like
smoking bones.
He was like they came up and they ran
like, hold
up
on.
to him. He goes,
wait,
hold on.
Wait. Okay, now I'm good.
All right, let's talk.
Yeah, it was it was
what
stupid.
the hell?
All right, X-Men, Astonishing X-Men 44, the Regenesis title.
We all read it.
Only
2 of us bought it, but I read it.
Who didn't buy it?
I didn't buy it.
How'd you read it?
He read mine while I was reading Fantastic Four 600.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah, I was reading Thomas's while he was reading a 100-page comic book.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
You better not cast asparagines, so I'll punch you in the face.
It was fun.
I loved it.
I
don't know what's going on, but I liked it.
I haven't been reading since, I guess, Unstoppable, that arc that Joss Whedon did.
Arc, yeah.
That's the last time I picked up an issue of
20
Astonishing.
issues ago.
So, because it's a Regenesis title, I bought it, basically.
I read it because Cyclops and Storm are making out on
Well, yeah, but that was what was cool. It ended up having a really good twist.
So yeah, please explain to me what happened.
As far as I can tell, the X-Men, the Blue Team, are in some kind of tubes.
Yeah,
they're trapped in there. Emma Frost is in there.
And is that in a
But they've got Kid Nightcrawler and alternate universe Wolverine.
It's got to be a different reality.
I don't know.
It looks like the Nightcrawler from the X-Men Evolution cartoon.
Yeah. All right, so I feel like Astonishing X-Men I really enjoyed it regardless of my complete lack of understanding
exactly
of what's happening.
I feel like maybe if we had read 43, then we'd have a better idea of what's going on. But then they end it.
Technically, it's the beginning of a new arc.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any idea what happened between the Whedon run and this. Moving on. Superman number 3.
Man.
Didn't read it.
Of course not.
I hate Superman.
Don't read it because it's not that good.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. If we're comparing it to the other two, which you must, the first two were so bad. This is much better. What I think they should have done.
How? It's the same. It's the same story. It's just
No,
a different villain this time.
I mean,
we've learned obviously that the aliens are possessing humans and giving them powers because the 3 are there. Still.
I mean, they're just building some story as opposed to just Superman fighting some random ass guy.
But I mean, it's a number 1. There should be more motion than this. It's just kind of like been Monster of the Week.
No, I agree.
It's going to be like
still not
Fringe.
I'm going to read it again, but I'm not blown away. I will say this: I think the first 2 issues of this book could have been half a page of panels each in this.
Yeah.
And then, this should have been the first book,
right.
Especially with the intro being the whole look up in the sky. There's a bird. There's a plane.
Yeah.
You know, and like they went through, and I thought that was nice.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been a great first issue.
You're right.
And it was not.
Thomas has stepped away, but I don't think it's going to matter because our next book is Justice League Dark number 3, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's read it.
Brother.
It's still great. It's John Constantine, Deadman, and Zatanna, and they're fighting an evil witch that the Justice League can't do anything about because Superman can't deal with magic.
Nice.
Oh God! I love it. Deadman is like super creeped out weirdo in this. Like in issue 2, we didn't really talk about it, but like in issue 2, he possessed a lady to try and convince his girlfriend to have sex with him while he was possessing a lady, and that got her really angry. And I love it. It's laugh.
That's one of those things where you go. Nice.
Yeah, it's really funny. Deadman deserves a good book, and DC Comics presents Deadman is not good.
Turn me on, Deadman.
John Constantine deserves to be in a like mainline DC title because he's a really awesome character too. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm definitely not looking to put it down anytime soon.
Cool.
All right, Thomas, you're back. So we'll talk about Wolverine and the X-Men. Numero dos.
I liked it.
I did too.
Why?
Because it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, because
you can't say that again. You said that about the first one.
Because Bobby Drake went Ice Nova.
It's just a really fun book. I'm excited about the arc. I like the Hellfire Club being the bad guys. I thought that, spoiler alert, when the people from the Department of Education turned into Sauron and Wendigo.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's a bit ostentatious.
I was like,
I mean,
Wendigo. I love Wendigo.
Aaron is writing a clever X-Men book. I will give him
very
that.
clever.
But I think it. To me, it's Wolverine and the X-Men's relying too much on your inherent attachment to these X-Men, which I have none, except for Kitty Pryde. And again, he doesn't know how to write Kitty Pryde. It's like
she's been near absent from issue 2.
Right. But the thing is, like, after you get like Joss Whedon was Kitty Pryde, like that was his, because he's a strong female lead guy. That's what he does.
That's his shtick.
That's why Angel's not very good. But there's and Aaron doesn't write like that, so he's like kind of like she's there, but she's not there.
Well, it's a Wolverine book,
and I don't care about Wolverine.
It's a Wolverine book,
and you love Wolverine.
Love Wolverine.
Link, do you love Wolverine?
I do love Wolverine.
I think I've made my point.
Yeah. So what I loved about this book is that the ending is really, really great because it brings you back to the first
schism.
Well,
it's the first time that Wolverine ever fought with the X-Men was against. Krakoa.
And again, Wolverine was the person that, because another team like Sunfire and some other X-Men were the ones that went and fought it initially, and then Wolverine and another team came and got him out of that jam. And who has to get him out of this jam now?
Quentin Quire.
Fucking Kid Omega.
Yeah, motherfucking Kid Omega.
This is.
They don't have any more. They didn't think to bring a psychic.
I don't know.
Like that also doesn't make any sense. Like,
well, he tried. I think he was depending on Betsy.
They stole one. Yeah.
I think he was really banking on Betsy.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, so two likes, one not so good. I'm still gonna. I'll buy
2
issue
up,
3.
1 down.
Yeah, I'll buy issue 3 because I want to see what Quentin Quire does because I hate him so much. I'm the only one reading this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flash number 3. Awesome book. We're getting to see what I love about the Flash is that he's in what's his name, Manipul's run.
Menopause.
Yeah, he's exploring what the Flash's powers actually are.
What the Flash?
Yeah, like what the Flash's powers are that aren't him running really fast, right? He's so far we've already seen him like he figured out in issue 2. He figured out how to make his thoughts go really fast.
He can phase through matter.
He can phase through matter by vibrating all of his particles really fast.
Damn it.
And I mean, and we're getting like really important things that the Flash has to do that has to deal with a new power each issue. This one was he had to phase a airplane through the Central City Bridge. And so he like runs really fast and jumps into the plane, phases through the plane, and then holds the plane and phases it through the bridge. And it's like it makes him like really. It's amazing. It's
God
so
damn it,
good. It's one of the best books of the New
Flash.
52 for me for sure. But yeah, it's great. And then there's a spoiler alert. He gets shot in the head at the end. So what the hell is going to happen?
What?
Awesome.
Maybe he phased the bullet through his face.
That's the only thing I can think of is that he
Don't
phased
things
the bullet through his face.
explode when they phase through him though?
No.
Traditionally.
But I have heard of that before. That he like.
Well,
wait, no, that's another.
No, that's the Flash, bro. Oh. He can run through a box and the box explodes.
Because it breaks down its matter. I guess
so.
Yeah, that hasn't been brought up, but that would make.
Think
that would make
about
sense.
if
I
the
guess-
word
is
box
that called fission?
meant vagina.
What?
He can run through a box and the box explodes.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Confused.
Bought
Hey.
but didn't read.
Hey, did Avengers Origins kick back up with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver Link?
Not really.
Oh man,
I didn't. Think
couldn't
so.
possibly be worse than Luke Cage.
It certainly was not. It was not worse than Luke Cage, but it wasn't great. This was my disappointment for the week. It just with Ant-Man and Vision, I knew their origin stories. I knew how it all happened, but they really got deeper. It explained more.
Yeah.
This explained nothing.
Well, they had the Maximoff stuff. There's so much for them to compress into 22 pages.
Absolutely.
And they picked the wrong stuff to compress. Like the last 4 or 5 pages is them
Talking.
Should we become
What should
Avengers?
we do?
Well, maybe we shouldn't become Avengers.
an Avenger?
Exactly. It's exactly that. And then they had 2 pages of them, like 2 or 3 pages of them in the Brotherhood. That was it.
Yeah.
And then Magneto was like,
And that's a big deal.
And Magneto got mad and they left.
That's when I think of Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, I think of them as members of the Brotherhood. Like I really don't associate them as Avengers very much. I really always forget.
I
that
definitely
that's like
don't.
A thing.
I definitely don't Quicksilver, but I do.
Yeah.
I do Scarlet Witch. Avengers Solo Link.
I don't know what's going on.
He's stuck in some kind of a cum.
I really feel like I should explain myself on this one. I'm reading it because I feel like Hawkeye's going to be important this year with Secret Avengers and Avengers Academy. I think he's going to be great. And so this is like 5-issue mini arc of Hawkeye as a solo artist, and that's kind of cool. And he's a great character, but
solo artist.
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone was gonna.
Yeah, he's
that.
cutting a CD this week.
Yeah, he's Sting.
Nothing makes sense. I forgot what happened in the first one because I didn't.
All right,
to remember.
don't read that book.
Yeah, don't read it.
Moving right along, me and Link, we're talking about a little about Teen Titans.
Whoop, whoop.
This continues to be the most shockingly good book.
Last month was a little.
Last month was a little bit like a little story building.
this is-
Like we had to get the characters together, but it's just so well written, and the characters are fun. Red Robin is awesome.
The dialogue's really snappy, like
yeah, dude,
like
it's
a
very,
cartoon
it's
show.
very West Wingy, very Aaron Sorkin dialogue.
Rob Lowe.
There's a lot of there's a great quote when I guess his name is Manuel because he's Mexican. Bunker and Red Robin are fighting, and he finds out that it's Red Robin, and he's like, "Oh my God, I came to America to find you and be part of your team."
Yeah, and he's like starts geeking out and hugging him,
and then but Bunker goes, "You can call me Manuel when I don't have my mask off. What should I call you?" And he says, "Red Robin."
Ho ho ho.
And he says Red Robin, and the guy's like, "Oh, that's good." Yeah.
You're serious, aren't you?
Yeah,
He's like, yes.
He's like Red Robin, and there's like a
And
really
you won't see
big
my mask off.
Yeah.
That's the point. That is, and my mask isn't coming.
There's like a really big robot thing that they don't fight. Like it mind controls Red Robin into thinking that he wasn't there at all, and they just get back on the train and leave.
It's really funny.
It's really good. It's just a fun book to read. I'm enjoying it. Link, are you enjoying it as well?
Indeed.
You'll come back for number 4.
Yes, of course.
And I can't wait for them to get
I'm
like
in for a good long while.
they're gonna have like 19 characters by the time
And
this
of
is
course, number 4, because number 4, they're gonna finally get together and they're gonna meet
over with the Superboy.
El Superboy.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah.
Am I the only one reading Aquaman?
I read the first two.
guy.
I
Reading
didn't read
Aquaman?
3.
You haven't read 3 yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Still great.
It's good.
Still good. And they Jeff Johns brought back some of the you're Aquaman, well go fuck yourself humor in this one.
Mm-hmm.
That was missing from number 2. Because everyone was kind of like, help us Aquaman, we're not going to make fun of you right now. And then he kind of fucked up and didn't really help him. And so they started making fun of him again. It's pretty awesome. Aquaman's still really good. Jeff Johns is killing all his books. New Guardians was me and Link again.
Woo! We'll keep reading it.
I'm gonna keep reading it, but I don't know. He managed to make 22 pages of one fight, and it's the most impressive thing I've ever seen in my life. Like it's not even that good of a fight. It's like
in which Kyle Rayner's melting the entire.
Yeah, and then Agent Orange shows up, and he's gonna kick all the Guardians' asses, which is what is gonna get this book where it's supposed to fucking be. The whole point is that all of these people are gonna be the new Guardians of the universe, and they've got to oust these little blue fuckers. Okay.
Here it is.
Here we
the
go.
100-page 50th anniversary 600th
600th
issue extravaganza. The world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four number 600.
If you felt burned by 0.1's price tag, this price tag is worth this book
more.
is worth every penny.
Yeah, there was not a bad page.
Nope.
Not a bad page.
The only problem I had in the entire thing was that the first scene when we see Johnny Storm coming out of the negative zone. Spoiler alert! Sorry, Johnny.
If you don't know yet,
if you don't know yet, then you don't read stuff.
You're not on the internet.
You're new.
So with the first page, when we see Johnny Storm coming out of the negative zone, he's a little too swole for me. Did anybody else get that?
He looks like a Rob Liefeld.
Well,
character.
he's been fighting for his life for the last God knows how long.
He's also been been getting
12
ripped
issues.
in
It
half.
hadn't been that long.
He's also been getting ripped in half and put back together.
Well, but negative zone time is different.
Fair enough. Anyway, so
Man.
it was awesome.
Fantastic Four
Fantastic
600
Four was great.
Let's talk a little bit about the structure.
I hate the Fantastic Four, and I love this book.
So you get two issues. It's 94 pages. You get 2 comic book issues and then 3 short stories.
Right.
And you see what's happening with the Inhumans and the Kree and all that war going on.
I kind of liked that with all the different wives.
Yeah,
You have to read FF.
I'll have to.
Yeah, because I was really confused as what was going on
This
with
is-
the Inhumans,
that's
honestly.
The whole run of FF is about the Inhumans. Like that's all that happens. So and then you get that, and you see Johnny coming out of the negative zone, and then you get the story of what happened to Johnny while he was in the negative zone, which was
cool,
a huge payoff from like issue 570 whenever Hickman started writing it. One of the first issues was called "Here in the Negative Zone You Can Live." And it sets up that whole brand of physics. Like they just
I take it the motif of the woman talking about how it's like, the universe started from a heat explosion, basically, like heated matter.
Right. And then once you get done with that, you get a short story about Galactus. Is that what's after that?
About them going to meet. Yeah,
the Galactus story was really confusing, but I thought cool that Galactus granted them an audience because it was so important that there was not another him.
Yeah, that's what he doesn't want, and he doesn't. He's like, you think I'm bad? Think about if there's somebody
if there's
with no
a hungry one.
experience.
If there's one that.
Well, he was.
He's a heavy character, and he doesn't get a lot of play.
Literally.
I love Galactus.
That's the Fantastic Four's meat and cheese. Bread and butter is what I meant.
Cheese?
Meat and cheese. That's the Fantastic Four's
steak
meat
and
and cheese.
potatoes.
The meat.
Meat and cheese. What is this, like a Slim Jim beef stick? like a combo.
Galactus is to the Fantastic Four what
Macho Man Randy.
yeah,
Savage
Macho Man
was.
Randy Savage
You
is.
clipped it.
Oh yeah.
And then my favorite part of it was the Franklin Richards part at the end.
That was awesome.
Oh my god!
Oh man, it was so
cool.
good.
And he was like, "So if you created this universe, what does that make you?" And he's like, "God." And he's like, "Yep, that's it."
It's like, no, but I'm just a kid with a big imagination. He's like, well, you're too much of one and not enough of the other.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
and the way it was drawn was
and the lettering was really, really great.
drawn like a child.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
It was incredibly significant while giving you this wrapping.
And it's fun. It's like legitimately funny.
yeah,
Hickman is
kinda
such
silly.
a clever writer, and it's like I laughed out loud a bunch of times because there's such
I also
a
like that Franklin's chilling with Leech.
yeah, They're friends.
I like that a lot. That he and Leech are hanging out.
Well, they go in that universe and practice their powers.
yeah,
That's the whole point of him
with
building
what's
it.
his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, who is that?
We don't know.
The Spot.
I doubt it's the Spot.
God, dude, the Spot is awesome.
The Spot
You
is
can't
great.
see the Spot's goatee. The Spot has a mask.
That's I don't know who that
No,
is.
the Spot.
I like how they like whoever the guy was. Like they made he's got this like Oliver Queen, Errol Flynn goatee.
Knowing the Fantastic Four, it's future or alternate universe Franklin Richards. But that's just a guess.
Man, I really wish. I hope they do that.
Like Franklin Richards, that's figured out how to change his body into pure energy,
Yeah.
and that's my best guess. I have no idea though.
Well, thanks for listening to Probably Comics and our weekly segment, What's in the Box?
What's in the box?
That one took a weird turn.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Uncanny Tom. That's THOM.
And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I am at DT Mills.
And I'm at LinkZ2.
And if you'd like to follow the podcast on Twitter, we are at Probably Comics, and you can also check us out at probablycomics.com.
Or you can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/probablycomics.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
This podcast is unofficially brought to you by Kingdom Comics of Vestavia Hills, Alabama.
Thanks, Dan.
Albert.
And Jason.